Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Kat. Spirit wanted to give you all a message today about most of the people watching this channel are light workers, right? You're way showers. You are people who have at least had one awakening, and you're probably having subsequent ones. You may be on your fifth awakening right now. You know, they happen throughout your life after you have your first one. Also, excuse my son here. It's just like the afternoon. But Spirit really is saying, Spirit gave me a message before I started this video, because I sense that there's this feeling in the collective of people who will find this video that you're a light worker, you got it, but you're lost. You're feeling lost. And that is a feeling that honestly, I think that we struggle with all the time on this planet, because a lot of us, we really are tuned to very different frequencies than like the sort of 3D Earth frequencies. It's very dense here, and it's very hard for us to, we don't fit in. We don't feel like we fit in because we don't. And that can feel so negative and so lonely. And it depresses these energies that we have that are very high vibrational. And so it's like this cycle, like you don't fit in, so then you feel worse. So then your vibration is lower and you feel worse. So Spirit gave me this little message and said, in terms of, how do we fix some of these problems and this loneliness? Spirit said the greatest hits are the greatest hits. And so that means, guys, I'm just going to be telling you things that you already know, but you just need to hear it in a different way, and you need to hear it from me, I guess. So Spirit is saying, baths. Water is so healing. You need to be taking baths. Spirit is saying salts, any type of salt. You could use Himalayan sea salts. You could use kind of like the Epsom salt bath soaks. You could literally use table salt. You could like scrunch salt into your bath. And something that I like to do is boil a little hot water on the stove as well and pour that into the water as well, just to give it like some extra heat. Obviously don't get in right away. You need to give it some time to cool down a little bit, but just the heat, the water, it really will do wonders for your vibration. You will feel so much better if you take a bath, maybe twice a week, if you can afford that time. Spirit is saying, create crystal grids on your body. Even if you only have, 2 to 5 crystals, just lay them, place them intuitively on the body. Maybe you put one on your third eye, you put one right here above the heart chakra. Just, and the solar plexus is also just a great place. I feel like, I don't know if this is really true, but for me it's true. Like crystals really activate right here. And it's interesting that the sun is like right on my solar plexus right now. That's definitely a synchronicity. But Spirit was also saying, just having more awareness around what you're eating and how you prepare those foods. So, if you're cooking an egg, Spirit is saying, be present with that egg. Just enjoy the time that you spend in the kitchen. Spirit's saying, like, make it like church or temple or mosque. Just make it your time to really relax and connect with yourself. Spirit is showing me like a plug, like unplug from toxic people. Just pull the plug. Don't engage with them. Just set boundaries really calmly and politely, and just kind of move on. Don't engage with them. If you go into a negative energy with them and start fighting, just don't do that. Don't try to convince, oh my God, this is a huge one. Don't try to convince anyone of anything. Just stop that. Just don't do that, because you're not going to. Actually, I heard a message yesterday. And it was like a psychology fact that you will never So let's say this person was talking about the two different sides within politics, American politics specifically, very hyper turbocharged. And she was saying that psychologists say you can't convince someone to see your side of things by using facts or information. You are only going to convince them by the way that you are, by the way that you conduct yourself in the world. Otherwise people are just going to say, oh, the other side is morally corrupt. I don't believe that fact, blah, blah, blah. And that is how, I'm sorry, but that's just how humans are. We love to argue with each other. We love to find conflicting information and argue about it. And if you just, Spirit's saying, lay down your arms, lay down your weapons, and just don't engage. Just don't engage. Just say, okay, you're right. It'll just sort of, when you go more quiet, it actually will get people to be more curious about what you think and, what you're doing and, so that's one thing that could happen. The other thing that happens is they just, they're not feeding off of the negativity and like the conflict, and then they just leave you alone because it's not a source of energy for them. It's basically, they're actually stealing your energy like an energy vampire. When you allow people to argue with you about anything. Just start living your life the way you want to live it. Spirit is saying, and I've made a video about this too, but don't be afraid of hermit mode. If you are in hermit mode right now, if you don't feel like hanging out with people, I haven't hung out with anyone this weekend. Well, I did hang out with my neighbor last night. We hung out for like an hour, but we didn't drink alcohol or anything. We just talked. You don't have to party. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You're allowed to just be with yourself. Oh, and Spirit is saying, channel. Guys, it's time to start channeling. Bust out that journal and start channeling. Everyone's like, oh my God, I feel spiritually lost. I don't know what's going on. Well, if you are a spiritual person, you are connected to your intuition. You are connected to the divine. So it's time to start using that instead of just being lazy about it. And I know that I've personally for myself, sometimes I will pick a card readings. Like I'll look at tarot readings, and it's like, I know that my time would be, those are great, yes. And I think that there are a lot of wonderful, beautiful tarot readers, especially here on YouTube, who it's great to connect with their energy, but within yourself when that habit is no longer serving you and it's just becoming like a toxic addiction. And so it's time to start getting addicted to that journal. It's time to start, go inside your Akashic records, and I'll make videos on this too, but ask Spirit about your soul contracts. Ask Spirit about your Akashic records. You can actually speak with people that you're having conflict here in the 3D. You can speak with them in the 5D. You can speak with their 5D self if you tune in to their energy and get that 5D perspective from them, and maybe it's a lover, maybe it's a friend that you've fallen out with, but you can speak with them and they will speak to you with love. And it's such a powerful thing. Or you could just tune into your guides or your angels or, ascended masters. Archangel Michael, he's a great one to connect to. You can ask the universe, Spirit, to cleanse your chakra system. There are so many things. Oh, another great thing that you all can do that I used to do a lot more often, and I did it recently a little bit. When you're in the shower or when you're in water, imagine that water is literally healing your spiritual body, so that it is, I like to imagine gold light personally, like gold and white light, funneling in through my crown as the water pours over me in the shower. You know what? Let's actually just take a second right now and do that without water. So just imagine your crown chakra, if you will, with me right now. And just imagine heavenly light flooding in through your energy system. And as you're doing that, imagine yourself being very grounded in the earth. Sometimes people like to imagine roots growing out of their feet into Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, so that you are grounded here, but you are also full of heavenly presence. which is the perfect balance. There's many ways to do this, but just take a moment right now and breathe with me. We'll do maybe 5 deep breaths and fill the entire body, starting with the head, and let it flow down into the feet. Here we go. Fill those lungs. Bring the light down into your body. Let's go for a third. Fourth. Fourth. Fifth. Ooh, I can feel the energy pulsing. I right now feel very cleansed. Woo! Feel a little dizzy actually from the breath work. And this goes back to my video that I made about the importance of breath work. This is one of the most important things for people like you and me who are highly sensitive. Breath work is one of the most important and accessible and free tools for you to just ground back into your body and push out other people's energy. We're highly sensitive and it's easy for us to pick up that energy from others. So I think that's all I have for you today. I hope that these messages have helped you. I'm going to end this video on 12/12. Bye, everybody.